Now, welcome friends. Myself Ajay Ambore from ABC Biology classes, Amravati. Now, today we are discussing about the very important topics, that is structures of flower. Now, we see here the structures of flower is what? Flower is what? It is the site for the sexual reproductions. Reproductions is what? First of all, we are discussing about the what is reproductions, then types of reproductions and the structures of flower. Reproductions means what? The process of formations of the new progeny or new offspring from existing parents, that is reproductions. These reproductions are of two types, that is one is asexual reproductions and second is sexual reproductions. Asexual reproductions means what? The process of formations of new progeny or new offspring from existing parents without fusions of the gametes, that is asexual reproductions. And second one, that is sexual reproductions. The process of formations of the new progeny from existing parents by the fusions of male and female gametes. These two types of the reproductions which are occurs in the living organisms, in which we are see here the sexual reproductions and the site for the sexual reproductions. The site for the sexual reproductions is what? Flower. In the higher plant, flower is the site for the reproductions or sexual reproductions. Some flowers they are unisexual and some flowers they are bisexual. What is the meaning of unisexual and what is the meaning of bisexual? The flower which containing only one sex organs means maybe they are the male or maybe they are the female. So this flower we call it is the unisexual. Uni means single, which containing the single sex organs. Maybe they are the male or maybe they are the female. Bisexual means what? The flower which containing both the sex organs, that is male and female, they are present in the one flower, that is bisexual flower. Now here we are discussing the site for the reproduction, that is flower or the structures of the flower. अभी हम यहाँ पे जो discuss कर रहे हैं, that is the structures of the flower. Flower is what? It is the site for the sexual reproductions. This flower they are made up by the two walls. One is the accessory walls and second is the essential walls. Now this part we see here, this is the very base part, this is the pedicel, and this part we call it is the bracts on which the accessory and essential walls they are arranging. Now here accessory walls is what and essential walls is what? Accessory walls means what? Those walls means parts or the parts of the flower which does not take parts in the reproduction process or actually reproduction process, that is accessory walls. उसे हम accessory walls कहते हैं. And second one, that is essential walls, means the walls or the part of the flower which are directly take parts in the reproduction process, that is essential walls. So we see here the accessory walls and essential walls. अभी हम यहाँ पे जो देख रहे हैं essential walls क्या होते हैं और accessory walls क्या होते हैं and what the use of these walls. Now here we are seeing that is accessory walls. First of all, सबसे पहले हम accessory walls पे जाएंगे. Accessory walls is, that is first is the calyx. Calyx is what? It is the one part or one accessory walls which are present on this bract. And what happens? The member of this calyx, that is sepal. Calyx जो होता है, this is the accessory walls and the member of this one, that is sepals, and they performing the protective role in this one. ये फ्लावर में क्या करता है? तो प्रोटेक्शंस का काम करता है. They are green colors. Next one, that is corolla. This corolla, the larger walls of the flower, that is corolla, and this corolla they are attractive in nature or attractive colors. Corolla का जो colors होता है, they are attractive that one. and they attracted to the pollinating agents for the pollination time. ये क्या करता है, तो जो pollinating agents होते हैं उनको attract करता है for what, for the pollinations that one. So this is the corolla. It is the colorful and they are attractive colors, and they are responsible for attracting the pollen grains for the pollination time. So this is corolla, this is calyx. So these are the accessory words. They are not directly take part in the reproduction process. So this is accessory words. Now next one, we see here the essential words. Essential words means what? Those words or those part of the flower which are directly take parts in the reproduction process. इसमें से हमने सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे two words is there. One is the androecium and second is the gynoecium. Androecium is what? Androecium is the male verse and gynoecium is the female verse. सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे androecium. Androecium is what? It is the male verse and which is the member of this one, that is stamen. इसके members को हम stamen कहते हैं. अगर एक androecium होगा, एक parts होगा, तो उसे हम stamen कहते हैं. And this one stamen, they are made up by the two parts. One is the anther and second one is the filament. This part, this globular part which are present here, जिसे हम कहते हैं anther, and this part we call it is the filament strand, and this filament they attaches to the anther by the one part we call it is the connective, that जिसे हम connective कहते हैं. So this is the androecium or this is the stamens. That inner side of this anther they containing the pollen grains, that one. Which pollen grains? They are the reproductive cell of the flower. Flowers के जो male reproductive cell होते हैं, that is pollen grains which are take parts in the reproduction process, which fertilize the ovules, that जो ovules को fertilize करते हैं. So what happens? This is the pollen grains. So this is the male parts, that is name is the androecium. Second one we call it is the gynoecium. This is the female parts. Gynoecium is what? The member of this gynoecium we call it is the carpel gland. हम फ्लावर के फीमेल पार्ट्स को gynoecium कहते हैं और gynoeciums का एक मेंबर जिसे हम carpel कहते हैं. Now this carpel they are made up by the four part. One is the stigma, second one is the style. This is the stigma. This upper part or tip part we call it is the stigma. This one, this part we call it is the style, and these rounded structures we call it is the ovary, and these inner parts we call it is the ovule. Means one carpel they are made up by the four important parts: stigma, style, ovary, and ovules here. So this is the female parts, that is gynoecium. Gynoeciums and androecium, these are the two essential words. Why they are the essential? Because of what? They are directly take parts in the reproduction process. So that's why these are the essential words. Now what exactly happens here? When the pollination occurs, at that time these pollen grains, when both the male and female they are matured, and these pollen grains that transfer from anther to the stigma here for the pollination process. So here they are deposited in pollen grains, and these pollen grains they are enter here. They are forming the male gametes, and the male gametes they fertilize this one. And after the fertilization, they forming the zygote, and this one they forming the fruits here. In the fruits, the fruits means this one they are developed into the fruits. Here this ovary they are developed into the fruits, and this ovule they are developed into the seeds after the fertilization time. So this process we call it is the fertilization time. So flower is what? Flower is the structures for the, or it is a site for the sexual reproductions. इसके बाद next lectures में हम देखेंगे what is the pollinations, what is the structures of anther, what is the structures of TS of anther, TS of ovary, and what's the pollinations and types of pollinations, so we are studied in the next lecture that, तो next lectures में हम देखने जाएंगे this all this about the flowers, that flowers के next parts जो है means tiers of anther, tiers of ovary and types of pollinations that, but उसके बाद fertilizations कैसे होता है and how they develops into the fruits and seeds that, so we will discuss in the next lectures. So thank you.